Go teachers, go teachers, go teachers, go teachers, go teachers.
I'm Autumn Petska, and the teacher I would like to thank is Mrs. Beige because she's a great teacher, and my favorite memory with her would be when she took me out for pie.
I'm Nate Dow. I'm a teacher here at Okoboji High School. For Teacher Appreciation Week, I'd like to take the time to thank one of my former teachers, and really what it comes down to is one of my former coaches, Pat Hamilton, who is now a principal at Spencer High School, middle school actually, and he kind of gave me my passion for coaching and teaching, and I owe a lot of what I do nowadays to him.
On Trey Fife, I'd like to thank Mr. Dow for being a good wrestling coach and make me a better wrestler.
Hi, I'm Abby Goodlaxon, and I would like to thank two of my former teachers who had a huge impact on my life. Number one was Mrs. Hand. I just thought she was an amazing teacher. She was an art teacher of mine in middle school, and she just did a really good job of just connecting with us and teaching us life lessons. Also Mrs. Thayer, another middle school teacher, she just did a wonderful job of connecting with us, and she was my English teacher, and I just really connected with her through journaling.
My name is Kip Hurd, and I would like to thank Mrs. Fisher for helping me with my language arts.
Hello, I'm Wynette Moore, and I graduated in 1968 from Grettinger High School. And during my high school years at Grettinger, I had a social studies teacher. His name was Mr. Worley, and he was quite young at that time. I would imagine around 24 years old. And of course, for a high school student, sometimes you get crushes on your teachers, and I thought Mr. Worley, the sun rose and set on him.
I'm Lindsay Q. Johnson, and I wanted to thank Mrs. Turner for being such a great teacher and giving me all the great college advice. And a great memory I have with her is going to the conference art show.
Hola, me llamo Señora. For Teacher Appreciation Day, I'd like to thank my high school Spanish teacher. We called him Precio because his name was Mr. Price.
My favorite teacher and my inspiration is Mrs. Ruth Ann Van Donsler. The reason I loved her so much is because she made everybody in the classroom feel special. She was able to connect the curriculum with real life activities, and she was just all around a wonderful person. Thank you, Ruth Ann. We really appreciate what you did for us.
Hi, I'm Justin Baus. I'm the elementary principal here at Okoboji. I would like to thank my favorite teacher, Mrs. Ruth Ann Van Donsler, who was my 4th grade teacher right here at Okoboji Elementary. There are so many memories I have of Mrs. Van Donsler, but probably the thing that stands out most about her is something I realized more as I became a teacher was at the time, I always thought I was her favorite student. But as time went on, I realized everybody felt that way. And that was what made Mrs. Van so special, is I think every student she ever had always felt very special and felt like they were her favorite. And that's something I tried to take into my own career as a teacher and now as a principal. So thank you, Mrs. Van Donsler, for making a difference in my life.
I'm Alex. Hello, world and technology world. That one teacher would have to be Mrs. Turner.
My name is Jennifer, and I would like to thank Mr. Van Rokel, mainly because he's put up with me for basically every single day of my high school career so far, and he literally gives out the best life advice, and he's helped me through so much.
I'm Noah Vilney, and I'd like to thank Mrs. Turner for getting me interested in art and putting up with me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Evans, and I work in the Head Start program over here at the elementary school. And one of my favorite teachers was Miss Kohler. She was my kindergarten teacher, and she taught me how to read. And after then, I've loved to read since. So she was pretty cool.
Hi, my name is Ron Harps, and I appreciate Mr. Thompson because he's a really good guidance counselor, and he's basically helped me out through life situations and just guided me through almost everything.
Hi, I'm Luke Wallenberg, and I'd like to thank all the teachers and coaches who have made me who I am today.
You're right.
Hi, I'm Laura Bilney. I work in the Head Start classroom at Okoboji Elementary School. One of my very favorite teachers when I was in school, his name was Jerry Engvall. He was my 5th grade teacher, and I remember him teaching me lots and lots of good things.
Hi, I'm Matt Anderson, and I'd like to thank Mrs. Beige for always helping me
with homework and stuff and making me go the extra mile. I also like to thank Mrs. Petrick for making the classroom fun and enjoyable. And a memory with her would be when she would always make us banana bread, and it was so good and amazing. So thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Kaylee, and I just want to thank Mrs. Harms for being a great teacher.
Hi, I'm Garrett. I'd like to thank Mrs. Fergs for being a fun and insightful teacher. She kind of made the classroom like not exactly as much lectures and all that stuff happening. It just kind of was like fun and wasn't boring.
Hello, I'm Brody, and I would like to thank Miss Beige for helping me with everything. Literally everything.
The teacher that I would like to thank is Mrs. Nissen. Thank you, Mrs. Nissen, for all you do inside and outside the classroom for all of our DMP students. She has taught me how to create videos using Adobe Premiere, which for that I am very thankful for. It is hard to believe that this year is already over. Thank you, Mrs. Nissen.
Thank you, teachers.
Thank you, teachers. You make the world go